JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, wanted man captured in St. Catherine. The police are reporting that reputed gangster 40-year-old Sherwin Newell, otherwise called Peck, who was wanted for murder, has been captured. They say Newell, a reputed member of the Taylorland gang, was apprehended by members of the SWAT team of the Specialized Operations Branch and members of the St. Catherine North Police. Newell was taken into custody in Augustown, Glengough in St. Catherine between 11 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. during a mission-driven operation. The police say Newell was featured as wanted by the St. Andrew Central Police for the July 2011 murder of Odari Maitland, otherwise called Pow Pow, which occurred on Linders Road in St. Andrew. Investigations are ongoing. Gun and ammunition seized in St. Andrew. 1 6-Sawyer 9mm pistol and 15 9mm rounds of ammunition were seized in Nannyville Gardens in St. Andrew on Tuesday, January 4. According to police reports, at about 9:40 p.m., a police team was on mobile patrolling the community when they saw a man flee in the area. He was accosted and searched. A gun was found in his waistband. He was subsequently taken into custody. His identity has been withheld pending further investigations. Man killed in Rivoli in Spanish Town. Police detectives are probing the killing of a man in Rivoli, Spanish Town, St. Catherine this morning. He has only been identified by his alias, Shaba. It is reported that residents heard explosions in the community about 10:45 and summoned the police. Upon arrival, the deceased man was found lying in blood. The Spanish Town CIB is investigating. 2 killed in St. John's Road flare-up. Shootings by rival gangs have left 2 persons dead as a result of gunshot wounds they sustained in separate incidents in the community of 31 St. John's Road in Spanish Town between Monday night and Tuesday morning. The men have been identified as 18-year-old Ronaldo Skeen, otherwise called Lala, of 31 St. John's Road, and 58-year-old Michael Lewis of Lacovia, St. Elizabeth. Skeen, who was hit in Monday night's shooting, died in the Spanish Town Hospital about 11 a.m. on Tuesday. Residents report that there has been a spate of shootings over the last 3 months since a man from the community was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds at a canal near the neighborhood. On Monday night, about 9 o'clock, gunmen reportedly traveling in 2 cars, a white Toyota Probox with no license plate affixed, and a black car, entered the community and opened fire at patrons at an illegal party that was in progress. 4 persons were hit, including Skeen, who sustained several gunshot wounds to the upper body. 3 were treated and released, but Skeen, who was considered critical, succumbed to his injuries. Residents said that the Toyota Probox returned on Tuesday about 11 a.m. with armed men who again opened fire, this time hitting Lewis and another man who were walking along the road. Lewis was pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Hospital, while the other man was admitted in stable condition. An elderly resident, speaking on condition of anonymity, said that the rival gangs are fighting for turf and alleged tensions are at unprecedented heights. It is bad in here, and the first time we see it like this. In all my years living at 31, me never see this kind of violence. Right now I'm ready to pack up and leave the community, because it will not stop now, the resident said. Another resident said the rival gang has roots along Old Harbour Road and is trying to get rid of certain men from 31 in order to seize control of the area. They carry them come from Old Harbour Road. Nobody expected that they would then come back Tuesday and kill the Rasta man. The place really get hot, said the resident. The St. Catherine North Police were investigating both incidents, said Tuesday's shootings could be a reprisal for Monday night's attack. Meanwhile, the St. Catherine North Police and members of the Jamaica Defence Force in an armoured vehicle are maintaining a strong presence in the area. Man suspected of participating in New Year's Day gun salute charged. A man suspected of using a homemade gun to carry out a gun salute on New Year's Day has been charged under the Firearms Act. He is 20-year-old Corey Brown of Casino Drive, Nagohead in St. Catherine. He has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Reports are that at about 12:01 a.m., lawmen were on patrol in the community when they heard explosions. The team went to investigate, and Brown was seen with a homemade gun. He was accosted and the weapon found in his waistband, loaded with one 12-gauge cartridge. Brown is scheduled to appear before the gun court on Friday, January 14, 2022. Reggae artist Savannah to go on trial October 31. An October 31st trial date has been set for reggae singer Savannah to answer to a charge of death by dangerous driving. Judge Steve Walters set the mentioned date in the Westmoreland Circuit Court yesterday as the singer was offered $400,000 bail with no conditions. Attorney at law Usain Morgan, who is representing the reggae singer, requested that his client be allowed to travel without restrictions to facilitate her career. The maximum penalty for causing death by dangerous driving is 5 years imprisonment at hard labor. The 30-year-old singer, whose real name is Anna Blake, was charged following an accident last May. The police reported that she was traveling along the Scott Cove Main Road in White House, Westmoreland, when the Honda City motor car she was driving collided with a Honda Fit going in the opposite direction. Ordia Cordell, who was traveling in the Honda Fit, sustained several injuries and was admitted to the Black River Hospital. She died on May 30. The police report also stated that Savannah's license was issued on May 17, 1 week before the accident. She was officially charged on June 1, 2021. Savannah is known for the singles Mango, If You Only Knew, and Man Down. Savannah got a major career boost when the single Mango was licensed for use in the soundtrack for the TV show Big Sky, which airs on ABC. Jamaican DJ came unidentified after stabbing incident. 30-year-old Jamaican Sekou Lichmore, otherwise called DJ Mario Brockbad Guns, has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after he stabbed another 29-year-old part-time DJ Sunday night right by the DJ booth inside a local bar. Lichmore works at Everglow Bar on Seymour Drive, Georgetown, where the incident took place. The altercation appears to have been the music selection for the evening. Police have confirmed that just before midnight on the 2nd of January, they were dispatched a report of a stabbing that took place at the Everglow Bar on Seymour Drive, Georgetown, where a man was said to have received several stab wounds during an altercation involving another man. The injured man was transported to the hospital by a private vehicle, where he has been treated for what is believed to be serious and life-threatening injuries, but is currently in a stable condition. According to reports, the injured man was recovering from at least 4 stab wounds after he had surgery on Monday night. Lichmore has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder and is currently in police custody pending further investigation. Lichmore worked at Energy Lounge and more recently Everglow Bar. Portmore woman dies after being hit by car. 48-year-old Orlean Mitchell, a call center agent of Duncan's Road in Waterford, Portmore, St. Catherine, died from injuries she sustained after being hit by a motor car on Monday night. The police report that about 7 p.m., Mitchell attempted to cross Dawkins Drive, which is in Portmore, when she was hit by a Toyota premium motor car. She was assisted to hospital where she died while being treated. The police say the driver of the motor car recorded a negative reading for alcohol and he was warned for prosecution. Investigations continue. Surcharge imposed on Bernard and McLean over $124 million loss at Education Ministry. A surcharge has been instituted against in limbo Permanent Secretary in the Education Ministry, Dean Roy Bernard, and Acting Permanent Secretary, Dr. Grace McLean, after it was revealed that the ministry was unable to account for $124 million of taxpayers' money. Education Minister Favour Williams confirmed the latest development during this morning's post-cabinet press briefing. She said, however, that there has not yet been a recovery of the funds paid to the CISA Cornwall chaired Joint Committee on Tertiary Education over a 32-month period. Surcharge action was taken by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Letters would have been written to a permanent secretary acting in that regard, and I know that she has taken the necessary steps to deliver the letters that would have come to her, Williams told journalists. Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis had made the recommendation in a report to Parliament in October on the allegation that both senior officials at the Education Ministry had failed in their fiduciary duty. Monroe Ellis also recommended that the police or an anti-corruption agency further investigate the matter. Williams subsequently announced that she had referred the matter to the Chief Technical Director of the Financial Investigation Division. She also wrote to Director General of the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency MOCA, Colonel Desmond Edwards, signaling that the ministry was available to provide any information needed in the probe. Bernard had been previously transferred from the ministry and is currently locked in a court battle over the matter, while McLean was sent on leave following the report. Asked if McLean will be returning to the ministry this month and in what capacity, State Minister and the Education Minister Robert Morgan said a determination will be made after the outcome of the investigations. It will be inappropriate for us to act without being empowered by the constituted authority. We also have to contemplate that persons have legal rights that they, under the Constitution and various statutes, benefit from, he said. It will be highly improper to pronounce on somebody's future without being empowered by what is done in terms of the investigation, and so on. NIDS will be fully operational this year, says PM. Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Andrew Holness, says the National Identification System NIDS will be fully operational this year. I am hoping that by the end of the year, we'll have a significant portion, if not the majority of the population properly identified in the National Identification System, Holness said. He was speaking during a tour of the NIDS Card Center at the Post and the Telecommunication Department on South Camp Road in Kingston on January 4. The facility will be responsible for producing the identification cards issued on the NIDS. It includes the production center, vault area, and enrollment site. Prime Minister Holness, in outlining the importance of NIDS, noted that when a service is provided, the government must be able to identify the beneficiaries and be able to account to you, the citizens, as to how your funds are spent. So there is, even now, a greater need to be able to identify who benefits when public resources are spent. But, more than that, we need to be able to identify our citizens so we can properly plan. One of the big problems we have always faced as a government is that some get and others don't, he said. One of the reasons why you have that problem is that we just don't account for everyone. So you're not able to plan for everyone. And what we're doing in our 60th year with the establishment of the NIDS is to ensure that every single Jamaican can be included, accounted for, and properly served, Mr. Holness added. Program Director for NIDS, Dr. Warren Vernon, indicated that the system is about 80% completed. We intend to use the next 4 months to fine-tune the system and to do all of our testing. We're also using the time to set up enrollment sites across Kingston to facilitate the pilot. Further, we're in the process of fine-tuning all of the requirements to establish the National Identification and Registration Authority, Dr. Vernon informed. He added that technical experts are being recruited, and we're doing recruitment now for staff to facilitate not only enrollment, but also to operate the equipment to do, among other things, the verification. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Holness assured that the ID cards that will be issued through the NIDS will be secured with the highest level of encryption and cannot be duplicated and misused. The data that you give is kept in the highest level of security, with proper oversight to ensure that this is protected. The protocols around how that data is used and shared is of the highest level, Mr. Holness added. Jamaica's National Identification System will provide a comprehensive and secure structure to enable the collection and storage of identity information. This secure voluntary tool can also verify an individual's identity, facilitate the electronic signing of documents, and securely access a range of government services online. 735 new COVID-19 cases, 4 deaths reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported 735 new COVID-19 cases and 4 deaths on Tuesday, January 4, bringing the infection total to 97,066 and total deaths to 2,483. The new cases comprise 421 females and 314 males with ages ranging from 25 days to 102 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 436, St. Catherine, 67, St. James, 59, St. Thomas and Westmoreland, 25 each, Portland and St. Anne, 21 each, Clarendon, 20, Manchester, 17, Trelawney, 14, St. Mary, 13, Hanover, 11, and St. Elizabeth, 6. The deceased are a 55-year-old female from St. Catherine, a 72-year-old male from St. Catherine, an 82-year-old male from St. Catherine, and a 66-year-old female from St. Catherine. The deaths occurred between September 12, 2021 and January 2, 2022. In the meantime, 83 more people recovered in the last 24 hours, bringing total recoveries to 66,147. Currently, 189 people are hospitalized, 21 of which are severely ill, while 4 are critically ill and 33 are moderately ill. The country's positivity rate now stands at 34.3%. There are currently 3,994 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.